Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Sistas Season 5, Episode 9, Pursuit for Truth. And if I look tired, it's because I am. But let's go ahead and just jump right on into it. I thought this episode was pretty cute. I thought it was a good episode. So we pick up where we left off last week when Dani was telling Andy the details about her and that loser. And I don't even care for his name. He's the loser. I don't know what it is. Don't care what it is. So Fatima comes back with the water after Dani gave her the details about how she blacked out, him spitting on her. Ugh, I don't even want to be reminded of that spit. It was gross. So at first, Dani don't want Fatima in there, and then Andy was like, "No, she got connections, girl. Like, come on, Fatima, come on in." But after she talked to Fatima, she liked Fatima, and she like, yeah, keep her in here. She need to be in here because she getting the job done quicker than you, Andy. But we'll get into it. So Fatima ends up finding loser, like, because Dani thought she unalived him, but they like, there ain't nothing on the news. It happened like early in the morning / last night, and by now we would have heard something. It would be on the news. There would be reports about it. So Fatima was like, well, give me his information. What's his last name? Dani don't even know this man's last name. Like, on a serious note, ladies, this whole hookup culture, sneaky link, and all that stuff, like, be safe out here and protect yourselves. And I'm not even just talking about with just protection, but yes, use that too. But as well as protect yourselves. Letting a man, and you don't even know his last name, know where you live, and not only just the outside, he came into your home. I mean, this is not a game to keep playing with. Like, in real life, it could be much worse than this. So please stop. This whole hookup thing, I ain't with it. Like, I mean, I understand by every now and then you grown, you do what you want to do, but constantly just trying to fill a void with it, like, no, it's not cool at the end of the day. So Fatima ends up finding a loser with very limited information. He's in a hospital with broken bones due to an alleged motorcycle accident. So he don't want to say why he's in there. And it's like, well, why would he be protecting Dani? But he ain't want to say. So, okay. We find out later on, Fatima said, yeah, he has a history of doing this to other women. Like, he's been abusing women before. So we know that's why he ain't want to say nothing. So Dani wants Fatima to handle it because she like, I can handle it if you need me to. And Dani like, yeah, girl, handle it, girl. Dani, didn't you handle it enough? But okay, I mean, you hawk spit in my face, baby. It's anything go at this point. I'm just saying. But and Andy's like, I forbid it. No, don't. Girl, get out the way. This don't involve you. Just move. She want to do it the legal way, but Andy, you a divorce lawyer. Get out the way. So after Fatima steps out, Andy tells Dani, you jumping from man to man, like, and when really you trying to, like, do all that to get your mind off Preston, and it's ridiculous, like, you need to talk to Preston. No. All of y'all, Fatima aside, need to be alone. We need to stop this I need a man thing. Like, yeah, I don't want to be alone. Yeah, we're supposed to have a partner, but the need for just a man has to stop. Like, Tyler Perry loves, like, stereotypes and all this type of stuff, and it's like just the desperation of it all. Like, oh no, girl, stop jumping from man to man and go be with Preston. If she wanted Preston, she would have been with him in the first place. She needs to be alone and do some healing so she can be complete and whole for the right man, because she's not healed nor ready for Preston. Sure, Preston ain't doing all that stuff. He done walked into her like 11 times having a man up in that apartment of hers. We ain't never gone to a man's place ever. So she getting into it. She like, stop being stubborn, call him. Dani don't want to hear it because she like, girl, it's the audacity of it all, the nerve. You still swinging up there on Gary. So how you giving advice? I mean, that is true. But sometimes it's not about the messenger. It's just the message, okay? So Andy like, yeah, but I didn't want to get sued. And the main point was that the D is still good. She liked the D. Yeah. Like, that was just a small factor, but the big picture is the D is where it's at. So, next scene we see Watch Jazzy, aka Deja, and she flirting with Zach. Really didn't need this. Like, why did we even have this scene? But basically, she confirms that Fatima and Zach are engaged. Because last week he was like, oh, let me ask you something. Let me take you out to dinner. I got something important to ask you. I know on Zatima he proposed. We couldn't have just took that scene and put it in Sistas. Like, I mean, for those of us who don't got BET Plus, don't leave us hanging now. So anyway, they're engaged. Congratulations to Zach and Fatima. And all that drama. Whew, that got to be some love there, because, honey, I'd have been gone a long time ago. But options are few in Atlanta from what I hear, y'all. So Aaron comes over to Karen's house and tells her, she like, look, my girls is going to come check on me. And you're like, nope, I'm here to give you the princess treatment. I got my duffel bag. I'm here to stay. So, but she high key, she want him there. She want him there. And as always, she's giving mixed signals. And he like it, because that he signs up for it every time. It's crazy. So they going back and forth, and then she tell him she want to go through his phone. Aaron, of course, don't care because he don't got nothing to hide. He's too busy chasing after her. But Karen, why do you care? Why do you care to go through his phone for what? You don't even want him, so you claim. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: I don't go through phones. I haven't gone through phones since I was in my early 20s. I ain't been through a phone in over a decade. Okay. If it's going to come out, it's going to come out. You don't got to sneak and look and ask for passwords and all that stuff. If he wouldn't give it to you and y'all got that relationship, fine. But I'm not breaking into the phones like people like to do. And they talk about, oh, if you look, you're going to find. I mean, that there shouldn't be anything to find. Okay, that's number one. But I'm not, if something's happening, it's going to come out. Period. But nothing would be happening here because Karen don't even want him to be the father of her child. And the man she wants to be the father is proposing to somebody else. She gonna lose him when she hear that. I hope she finds out real soon, real fast, so she can move the hell on. So we see Dani at work, and Q is there bothering her, and she like, get out my face, like, go away from me, like, I'm not in the mood today. Does Dani not have like PTO or something? Like, call off. After all that, honey, ain't no way I would have went to work. And then it was like she had on shades because she had like a black eye, but then she had to work. Like when she took the shades off, her eye was fine. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I was seeing things. It looked like she was trying to hide something, like he blacked her eye. But okay, so she get to work. She there, not really wanting to be bothered. So you shouldn't have came. But good thing she wasn't at home because I mean he know where he lived. He probably would have just walked right up in there. Shoot, your landlord already be opening the door for folks. Q standing there when he see the loser like gritting her and they looking back and forth at each other. He's seeing what's going on, so he like, what's that about? Why is he looking at you like that? So he check him with this non-scary intimidation tactic. It worked. I don't know how, but it worked, and that's why I don't like when men that beat on women are usually punks, and they only put their hands on women. They're too afraid to hit men. So. Yeah. So Dani, you know, she's nervous. She's like, what did you say? Why'd you say something to him? Q did what he needed to do. He did what needed to be done because loser said that his son was on the plane. And she like, look, well, there is a child, a chaperone child on the plane. Y'all don't know if it's his child or not. But, I mean, I guess let's see the child. Because I'm tired of this. It's about to... Every time it's this airport, who y'all flying with? Go fly with somebody else. So we see Karen calling Andy, and they talking, and then Sabrina comes up, and she like, I have not heard from Sabrina. She's not answering my calls. Where's Sabrina? Andy don't want to get into it, so she like, you know, brushing her off and making excuses, and she like, you know what? I'll call her now and see if she answers. And Karen like, call her right now on three-way. Girl, no. So she like, nope, something came up. Gotta go. Bye. So she got off the phone real fast and in a hurry. And Andy and Fatima leave. They're done work for the day. So they walking out. And Fatima stopping her tracks. So she see Zach, potential baby mama number 2. And I'm surprised Andy just walked off. Like, normally people would be like, you okay, girl? Or they would wait or something. Like, she just kept going. Like, okay, then. So baby mama number 2 is there. Mind you, she's a stripper. They trying to act like she a little illiterate or something. I don't know. Like, what this narrative? Why y'all painting this picture of her? Like, every woman that Zach has been with has like some kind of problems or something. Like, some that they have an issue, a toxic trait. So she's sitting there. She's like, "Oh, you didn't see the results?" I think they coerced the results. I don't even think they took a legitimate DNA test. Like, was Zach present? Doesn't he have to be there for this DNA test? How? Like, Fatima, like, why are you here? She like, "I'm here to meet my lawyer." So Hayden come out and he like, "Oh, whatever your name is, it's so nice to meet you." And, "Oh, blah, blah, is it? Oh, it's a pleasure." And he was just pouring on real thick. And I'm just like, cause he's like, "Oh, you can go down to my office. It's Hayden." And she's like, "How you spell that? Huh?" And he like Hayden. And she like, "Okay." So she walking at Haydan. Girl, what? So I'm like, y'all don't too. Y'all didn't even have to do all that. Like, y'all really did not. Clearly, y'all know each other. Y'all coerced this. Y'all playing this together. He really needs to get a life. Get him off the show. Like, this has dragged on long enough. Can we get a new villain? And let the new villain be with somebody. Like, let Zach catch a break. I'm tired of it. So, Hayden was talking to her, and he was like, chain breakers, which I ain't heard chain breakers in a minute. He was like, somebody from there is dating her, and it's like, oh, his new girlfriend's baby daddy, she trying to sue him, and she need a lawyer. And he was like, that ghetto bird mess. But then when I heard Zach's name, I said, oh, I'll take this on. And she was like, you're not a family attorney. And he's like, I'll do whatever it takes to get rid of Zach and throw him in jail. I want him under the jail. Why? Like, okay, then what? Then she sticks beside him and you still look crazy that she'd rather be with a man in prison than you? Or she moves on and she's still not with you? And are you going to get every man she's with arrested and then she's just never going to be with you? Like, what is the end game here? If you'd move on and actually get some play, but I said, ooh, that is what happens when you give like a loser a little bit of attention. Just, they don't know how to act, can't let go, honey. So, Andy and Danny go to the jail. Andy's pretending to be Sabrina's lawyer, but we know she's not because she's a divorce attorney, which I haven't seen her helping nobody with a divorce in quite a long time. And Danny is pretending to be her paralegal. Sabrina comes out with her little fro wig and, looks cute and shapely on her. I'm like, ain't no way they just cut the faux locks. Like, it would have been all, okay. So, I'm just like, good, Sabrina, nice to see you. Where's Maurice? We don't even hardly hear Maurice's name. Like, Maurice ain't got paid for I hope he got a check. He ain't been on here all season. So, a white prosecutor walks in and recognizes Andy right away. Like, he got something out for her. And she like, and who are you? So, he's like, you represented my ex-wife and our divorce. And she like, and you are? And he had to jog her memory. And finally, she was like, okay, yeah. I was just doing my job. What they got to do with this? And he like, look, she's staying with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is staying in my house that I pay for. She don't want to marry him because she don't want to cut off her alimony. And as they're talking off to the side, he's going into detail because he's so upset that he paying. And it sound like it's your fault, sir. It just sound like it's your fault. Was he on an episode before and I just don't recognize him? Or, is he a new character altogether? Let me know in the comments. So then, Andy like, again, like, can we find out about bail? Like, this don't got nothing to do with Sabrina. And he like, look, I know that you are not her lawyer, and this is impersonation. Don't let me get you and your friend locked up. Scoot along now. And then he like, look, she's not getting out. I'm asking for 30 years. And the judge said she ain't getting no bail. Ain't no way y'all heard this tape and y'all throwing a book at her like this. This is crazy. He's extremely bitter and mad, but why take it out on an innocent person? And the person y'all need is walking free. And it does show like how flawed the unjust system is. Even though it's real crazy over there in Tyler Perry land. So let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Be sure to subscribe because I'm trying to grow my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.